Hey, everybody. This is Tammy Flakes coming with day 2 of our challenge, Switch on Your Brain Every Day. And I bring you greetings from the Power Center. What I'm going to do today is read the scripture. It's the same scripture as yesterday, Romans 12:2, followed by the brainy tip, and then the words that Dr. Leaf shares with us. Because anytime we're going to do something new, anytime we're going to obey God, it's going to require that we activate those parts of our faith that may not be functioning as well. And it's going to require that we move forward by actually dealing with our mind and the things that we place into our mind. So Romans 12:2. What's more, don't let yourselves be squeezed into the shape dictated by the present age. Instead, be transformed by the renewing of your minds so that you can work out what God's will is, what is good, acceptable, and complete. And again, that's Romans 12:2. The brainy tip says, regardless of what has happened to us or what is happening to us, we can change our brains through our choices. Change takes time, but it is possible. Building a life of Christian character is an unremitting task, but thankfully, our powerful minds are certainly up for the challenge. Each day we can choose to think differently, although we must remember that Rome was not built in a day, as the saying goes. True, lasting change takes time and not a little effort. How many times have you tried to change and failed? One of the greatest things about Romans 12:2 is the word renewing. It is the action, is continuous, and it is daily. Our brains can change, and as we learn to renew the way we think, we change our brains. Building Christian character and learning to act and speak like the Messiah. It is really all about learning how to be truly human again, reflecting the image of our glorious Creator. It is not instant, not just one prayer we say and voila, we are perfect Christians. Each day, as we choose to follow the Messiah, we change the structure of our brains, a change that in turn impacts our thoughts, words, and actions. And there's a couple of things that stuck out to me as I was reading this. And we'll never be perfect in the Webster's dictionary version of perfect. But what that word really means when we apply it to our lives as being Christians is that God is maturing us. It's a process of maturity. No child goes from newborn to driving a car in one day. So that says that there's a process that we all have to go through. And sometimes it's painful because we feel like we're mature enough or we're old enough to do certain things, but we have to make sure that we continue the process that God has us on. Another thing is the concept that we can change our brains through our choice. And I talked about that yesterday, that changing is sometimes difficult, but it's possible. And if we can keep that in the forefront of our mind, this may be a challenge, but it's possible. And that's the thing that we have to remember. It is possible. So don't give up. Go after what you desire and what you feel God is leading you to daily. Don't give up in the process. Don't throw in the towel, but just know that every time you decide to make a change, every time you decide to do something different, you are changing your brain. When you change your brain, you can change the outcome because you change your actions. So don't give up, y'all. Remember that we have the power of choice. And no matter how many times we've fallen, no matter how many times we have what we would perceive as a failure, if we get back up, we get to start over again. And maybe our starting point is not always back at -0, but it's from the place that you realize, oh my goodness, I messed up. Let me restart here to keep moving forward in the process. So even if we make mistakes, That's us being a human. We are human beings. But the thing is, will you get back up? What will you allow your brain to eat on? What thoughts are you feeding your brain? And what are you going to do moving forward? God is calling for us to do great and mighty things. He's calling for us to do the exploits. He factored in the fact that we're going to make some mistakes along the way. However, He's given us the opportunity to start new and to switch on our brain. So I hope you enjoyed day number 2, Switch on Your Brain from the Power Center. Be blessed, y'all.